Welcome back to our podcast, Silent Issues. I'm Tisha.
I'm Christina, and today we will discuss girls hating on each other.
For many reasons, girls tend to hate on each other and bring each other down.
A lot of the times it's over a guy or friends switching friend groups, yet we don't see guys hating on other guys the way girls do.
You're right about that, and that's probably because all of a woman's life, we are pitted against each other over things like beauty, body size, hair type, skin color, and guys. I've experienced this. I've talked about it before, how, girls hated me because, I thought I was cute because I had good hair, because I had any control over that. I'm sure you're going to go through it, or you have gone through it, or other girls have gone through it, where just because of the way they look, girls get alienated. You talk about girls, a girl will be sitting at the lunch table by herself and they're talking. Tell me an experience if you've seen it happen or anything like that.
I feel like I see it a lot with like branded clothes, like how people go up to people and like make fun of them because their clothes or their house size. And I'm like, they can't control that. And it's not a thing. Everyone doesn't have as much money, and like you hate on them for no reason.
Now, do you notice it to happen more with girls doing it to other girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I see a lot. Growing up, I experienced it, but I see it a lot still happening in the schools, where there's a lot of times that girls are wanting to fight another girl because, she took her man, or, she was looking at her man, or something stupid like that. They're always fighting over a boy, and I tell them that all the time, and they're like, no, it's not over a boy, but when I get the backstory, it's over a boy.
Yeah.
And, boys love to see girls fight because they're hoping that a boob flies out in the process. But this is what happens, and you don't see guys do that. Guys,
no, they fight, but it's not for that.
And they make up. Even if they fought over a girl, they'll be like, best buds the next day. And girls, they'll hate each other to the bit of for real. They're ready to kill each other. They hate. They get in their little groups and talk so much smack about someone. And
speaking on that, I've seen the story. It's called Under the Bridge on Hulu, and it's this girl, and she started rumors, and this one girl found out. And then she attacked her and her friends invited to her party because she was, like, not invited to things. And then she went to the party, she got beat up, and then someone threw her in the lake and she died.
Oh, that's
horrible.
And sadly, that could happen in real life because we've seen where people take things too far. Or, like, okay, for example, when I was in school, and this is a million years ago, I was in 9th grade at the time, and a girl I went to school with went to a party, same type of situation. She got into an argument over a boy.
Always.
And one of the girls, it was like 3 sisters, one of them pulled a gun out and shot and killed her. Either shot and killed her or stabbed her. I could be wrong. Over a guy. And she died. And she was like 14 years old. And that wasn't their intent, I'm sure.
No,
but
you never know. Yeah, it's a gun.
And that's what I'm saying. They're hating for what? And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I see it all the time. Like, girls really like hate on each other. Like, about they'll see her dressed a certain way. Oh, look, she's dressed like a hoe, or she thinks she's cute, or look at her, she's emo, she's weird, she's this. And it's like they really go in for each other. And we talked about this before. I mentioned it to you, how even now in the news we saw when the Trump assassination thing, and I'm not getting political, people, I'm just bringing up a situation. They were talking about the women. And women saying this about women, that the women's Secret Service shouldn't be Secret Service agents, that, they're not tall enough, they're not strong enough. And I'm like, they're going through the same stuff and they are putting their life on the line. But why is it as a woman, you are attacking another woman?
Like the military, sometimes.
They said that with the military for a long time. And the thing is, like, they're attacking other, women. And the thing is, women can have babies, men can't. So what we could put our bodies through is unbelievable. So to sit there and attack another woman and say she can't do this because she's not strong enough, that's so stupid to me. And then like how with our vice president, right? It's a female. We have a female black woman. People hate on her for those 2 simple reasons. And in particular, it'll be other females. Oh, she don't know what she's doing. She can't do that. And I'm like, how do you know that? And like even when Hillary Clinton was running, and I knew that she wouldn't make it into office because she was a woman, not because she wasn't capable, but no one's going to give her a chance because she's a woman. And that's sadly the thing. Women attack women more than anything. And we listen to men get in our ear and tell us these things. And instead of us standing up for ourselves,
we just take it. And,
instead of saying, no, like, she's a woman, she's powerful, she's strong, she could do this, we sit there and we join in and we attack.
You judge and you don't even know.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. We're always judging other women. Like, oh, she got too much makeup on. Oh, her clothes are too tight. oh, she thinks this, oh, she thinks that. And I mean, again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've never done it and I don't do it. I do. But I sometimes have to knock myself back into reality and go like, why? Why are you doing it? Why does it matter? I think I mentioned this before about the girl with the dress, the wedding dress.
Yeah.
And it was a social media influencer or whatever, and she showed her wedding dress. I don't like her wedding dress, but that's
You wouldn't wear it. But
I wouldn't wear it, but I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my problem. It's her wedding dress. If I go to somebody's wedding and I don't like their dress, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, your dress is so ugly. Why am I going to try to drag another person down, male or female? But in particular, as a female, why am I going to drag another female down? And people went blasting her on the internet, and women saying how she was a pick-me girl, and her dress, she was trying to be fitting in with the guys, and her dress was so horrible. Why does it matter to you? Why are you so worried about what she's wearing for her wedding? It's her wedding. If it makes her happy, that's all that should matter. And instead we sit there and we pick women apart, and we pull them apart, and we talk about everything. And this is why women have all these self-esteem issues. This is why women get cosmetic surgery. This is why women have body dysmorphia and all these issues, because they're so worried about getting judged by other women.
It's so common that their brains are like, oh, I'm going to get judged because everyone, it's normal, but it's not. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. But all my life, it's been a big thing. I know, like, Lizzo, for example, she's trying to bring body positivity, and I'm not going to lie, there's times I've seen Lizzo and I'm like, girl, you shouldn't be wearing that. And that's my opinion on, okay, I won't do that. But you know what? More power to her. More power to her that she feels that confident in her skin. And I do know there's times that she's not that confident because she has,
said it and expressed it.
Yeah, and talked about like being depressed because people are always attacking her body. And I mean, I can tell you from a person who has gone through, body issues and feeling obese plenty of times, you usually don't want to be that way. Your body is that way. People go, oh, we'll stop eating. Watch what you eat. It doesn't work that way. And then that's the other issue. You have people telling you what you're not doing and judging you that way. So then you have women joining in on that. Oh, yeah, she's fat because look at her eat all those burgers. Or she's too skinny because she's in the bathroom throwing up her food. Why would you sit there and instead of let me help her, let me see if there's something I can offer, or you know what, maybe that's the way she's just built. Yeah. That's the way her body is. But again, we judge. And I'm grateful that a little bit more in this day and age, your era, girls are a little bit more accepting of different body types. But again, I see the judging. I mean, I see it at the schools. I'm sure you see it yourself. So,
it's not just like, it could be like the subtlest things, like the side eye, or people can make it a big deal. Like sometimes in my classes, one girl, she like will look at someone and she'll be like, look at your shoes, and it's like, it's so stupid, because why are you doing that?
And why? Because of self-esteem, because they're insecure with themselves, because that's what happens. When I know, like, I listen, I'll tell you right now, when I see the way girls dress at school, it's a little much sometimes, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I wish I had that confidence these girls have. Yeah. I'm not hating on them for having that confidence. So I now as an adult can say that. But when I was their age, I'm not going to lie, I was a hater too, because I couldn't wear that because I didn't have that confidence. So like going back to Lizzo, if she has that confidence and can do that, then hey, more power to her. And we don't judge guys. Not for
no
nothing.
One ever judges guys.
We see guys all out of shape. We've talked about this, you and I, how it could be an extremely pretty girl, and she'll be with a guy who is not handsome, out of shape, and because she's with him because, who he is, not for the way he looks. But let that woman get out of shape, and that guy might change his tune real quick. And that's what I'm saying. It goes back to men tend to dictate that for women, and we fall into that trap and that belief and believing that we need to fight against each other. We need to constantly be attacking each other, and we need to look a certain way to get a man's attention, and we need to more worry about ourselves and build our own self-esteem and stop worrying about everyone else. And I think that's the big issue if we would build our self-esteem.
And especially like girls who try to work out and they get too big, and then guys are like, oh, why do you have all the muscle? And it's like she's fit.
And instead of a female standing there, like if I heard another female talking about you, I should be like, no, we don't say that about her. Like, why are you saying that? Why are you hating? Instead, we join in.
Yeah, or we walk by. Or
we look and go, he's right or she's right. We make that same comment maybe in our head. instead of like saying, why are we doing that? And in our friend groups, we need to do that. We need to start saying like,
The people you're around.
yeah, start telling them, listen, if this is our friend, why are we treating our friend like this? Why are we hating on our friends? And I think that's the big issue. We tend to hate as females because of our insecurities, our jealousy, and instead of trying to lift each other and bring each other up as we should, because we want to make the world a more positive place, we sit there and bring each other down. Now, my personal thought is men want us to be pitted against each other because they never want women in power. So the best way to keep women out of power is to make women think women are weak. And by continuous to say, oh, she's not going to be able to do this. Women can't do this. Women can't, saying the women can't do the Secret Service and having other women agree to that, then that makes us look weak and, oh, women shouldn't be in power. And as long as we continue to allow that, then that male attitude is going to control the world. And we women are never going to be in power and be able to show what we can actually do, because we'll never know, because we have no women in power. The closest we have right now is our vice president. And I'm grateful personally for that, because that showed me that we have some, leverage to get there. But at the same time, you don't get to see her do much because
she's hidden from the public most of the time.
Right, exactly. And that's interesting to me, because I've heard much more from other vice presidents than her. And it's like, why? Why won't they let her do anything? And then when I do hear people talk about her, they talk negative. And then when I'm like, but why? They don't really have a why.
It's just because of her appearance, and she's a woman. If it was a male and they acted like that, they wouldn't care.
Exactly. And I so agree with you with that. And again, I go back to, we as a society allow men to control us women and what we think. And instead of not falling into that trap and falling under the men pitting women against each other, we need to stop. And we need to start embracing each other and realizing we're all different. Male, female, whatever. We're all different. And, stop hating on another woman just because she has something you might want or you're jealous of. It is what it is. We're all not going to be skinny model like women, and maybe we don't want to be, and
it's
that's
not
okay.
Easy to just get out of that mindset, but at least try.
Exactly. And understand that you might have negative thoughts, they might pop in, but it's when you start expressing them to the public, you are bringing other women down. And for what are you getting from that? You are now getting what? The mean girl status? Is that what you want? You want to be a mean girl? Then go ahead. But you know what? I'm not going to no longer fall into that. Like I said, I may not like everything I see out there from another woman, but I don't need to express that because it ain't me. I'm not living her life, and I don't walk in her shoes. So we need to really stop hating on each other.
And if you hate that much, it can really control your life and even their life. Like, it can make them insecure. It can take a really big toll, even if they're not big. And you look at them and they're 5 pounds over what they're supposed to be.
Right.
It ruins their life.
Yeah. And again, like you said, that insecurity that now, they're, what if it makes somebody want to go and hurt themselves? Like, people don't realize what you do really does affect other people. And, again, bring women up. We want to be powerful. We want to be something important in this world. We are in 2024, people, and we don't have women in power, in enough places in power. And again, when we have women still saying, women can't do this, women can't do that, we know something's wrong. So women, stop hating on each other and let's get better. We have to be better.
And as always, thanks for joining us, and we hope you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel at Silent Issues 2024 or follow us on TikTok at SilentIssues_issues.
Join us next Monday when we discuss mental health, in particular social anxiety and other issues. We're going to talk about our experiences and others with that. Have a great day.
Bye.